Hi, I'm Drew Parsons, Audio Application Specialist for Avid, hanging out at NAB 2018. We're here at the Artist Bar. We've got a new version of Sibelius. We've actually even got a name change to Sibelius as well. We have now called our flagship version of Sibelius Ultimate. And we are now on a new update. We're on 2018.4. And earlier in the year, we decided to add some new features to speed up your workflow. So we have these multi-edit workflows. We wanted to expand on that even more, and we've added a few more workflows enhancements to kind of speed up your workflow with multi-edit text. And we can do a bit of a demonstration of some of these multi-edit workflows here on the Sibelius score that I've got going on my screen. What I can do is I can select multiple notes across different staves. Now that I've got those three notes selected, I can add a hairpin by hitting H and then hitting a spacebar. And you can see that it's now adding a hairpin to all three of those staves there. So it's a very fast way of having to add those hairpins opposed to doing it one at a time. We could also do that for a slur. If I had a slur, if I selected multiple notes and wanted to put a slur across all of them, I can just hit the S button and then tab that across, and I've added a slur to all of those notes there. So that was what we added earlier in the year. Now we wanted to do the same thing with text. So I have a string quartet here that I want to add some dynamics to. So I want to select all three of the staves here. I'm going to use the shortcut for expression, so I can go Command E, and you can see I get a cursor under each one of those staves. So now I can do mezzo piano, and it's added that to all three staves. I could do the same thing with a technique. If I wanted to add a technique to one of those staves, I could then just do the shortcut Command T for technique, and it adds the cursor up. If I have them all selected and hit Command T, you can see I get the cursor across all three staves, so I could do the technique across all of them as well. So they're some of the fast workflow tips that we've got. We've also got a lot of new enhancements so we can actually search in the ribbon to find a shortcut that I'm looking for, opposed to having to scroll through the ribbon. I can just use the shortcut Control-0 and then type in what I'm looking for, and I can quickly add that to my score very quickly. So these are just some of the small enhancements that we've added to Sibelius. There's a lot more under the hood. So if you're currently on an earlier version of Sibelius, you should look at upgrading to Sibelius Ultimate and get your hands on some of these new features. So thanks very much.
Sorry. Hi, Megan Ross here from the NAB booth here in the Avid booth at NAB. Standing next to me are two very important people from the Avid team. We have Alan Schwartz and Rob Gonzalez. They just won an Emmy last night, which is super exciting. So gentlemen, can you tell us a little bit about the editing software that got you this Emmy?
Sure. Well, first, Avid won the Technical Achievement Award, but Alan and I were representing. We got on stage, we accepted the award, but yeah, it's for multi-camera editing. That's when there's shows where there's like 4 cameras that are rolling at the same time. When they bring it into the editing software, Avid Media Composer, it automatically synchronizes the 4 clips. It makes it very easy for the editor to cut from shot to shot.
Yeah, the four clips travel with together, so that you always have access to the one that, see if you have better coverage and stuff like that. And it's all rolls in real time, and you can cut while it's playing. It's all very functional.
9 streams, is that?
Actually, well, more like 18, but yeah.
Oh, just 2 banks
Well,
of
2
9.
banks of 9,
Yeah,
yes.
see, 2 banks of 9
So, yeah,
streams,
thank you.
right.
So can you tell us a little bit about the journey that got you to this moment?
Sure, yeah. So we first started working on the multi-camera feature back in 1994 at Avid in Burlington. Within 2 years, we had some major shows. We got Seinfeld and Ellen and a few other shows. We're using our software 2 years after we developed it, and it really had a big impact on the industry.
Yeah, and it just kept growing, and then sort of when the feature set kind of got put together, then it's been used for all this time, and is still being used on, I think, 5 out of the 4.
4 out of the 5.
4 out of 5.
Yeah, 4. That's okay. 4 out of the 5 nominees for multi-camera editing last year at the Emmy Awards were using a Media Composer, including the winner.
Big Bang? I don't know.
Big Bang.
Yeah, that was his line the whole night. I took it over.
Big Bang Theory. Peter Chakos.
Right.
Yeah.
And what's I think is also really interesting is that today at the show we're announcing some new really interesting multicam features, like the ability to finally edit the groups and just in the Media Composer, just in the record monitor. So it's interesting that we sort of have opened up the engine again at today when we received this award.
So that's a little bit of good timing for us.
Yes.
So how does it feel? It's got to be so exciting. I mean, this is a
my
big deal,
God.
guys.
Oh, it was a huge honor. I mean, seriously, just like to get up in front of everybody, basically our peers in the industry, and to be recognized for our technical achievement, it was amazing.
Yeah, it was a great time, and I'm glad. It was a great opportunity for us to find, to get out of our offices and sort of, sit down and be part of a big fun show.
Yeah, they actually let the engineers get dressed up and get out and get on stage. It was awesome.
But like Rob said, there's so many people that worked on this thing. It's
Right.
yeah, we're lucky that we sort of happen to still be around. And
And both of you guys have been at Avid for a little bit, right?
Yeah. I started in 1989. I actually worked in QA on Media Composer 1 before it shipped. But my background is in software development, so I worked on video effects and color correction and things like that.
he's like the only one that's been there longer than me. I mean, I came in '92 and worked all over the application, and it's been great.
So obviously you guys are still here, and you guys are winning awards, so it must be fun working on Team Avid.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, I get to you get to meet with people working on films that you go out and see. You get to meet the guy who edited films that are winning Academy Awards. It's great.
Well, congratulations to you both. I look forward to chatting with you when you win your next Emmy. All right, that's it from the NAB booth at Avid. Thanks.